And welcome inside episode 2 of Getting Loose with Leon, motor racing news without access. You got the big old Leon Oliver sitting lonesome this evening. Usually you see me on the Let's Not Do This podcast, a little spin-off venture here, talking a little NASCAR and talking a little F1. Going live this evening, the duels at Daytona just got wrapped up there. Man, oh man, two completely different races there. Bubba Wallace taking the checkered flag in the first one. That Toyota was looking good, led a lot of laps in that first duel. And then the second duel, kind of a snoozer for the most part until the very end there. Lots of shenanigans on that last lap. And Eric Jones and Austin Cindric. Eric Jones thought he had came away with the checkered flag there, was walking up the bank there, going to the start finish line to get the flag. Hold on, everyone. There's a caution here. Caution light comes out. Where's the official scoring? Where's everything at this very moment? It takes about 10 minutes to figure this damn thing out before they finally get all the timing and get the pictures and get everything sorted out. And Austin Cindric gets the win. And I think he was just as surprised as everyone else when that came down. So a bit of a weird ending to that race there. But nevertheless, always good to see some racing on the Thursday as we get ready for the Daytona 500 coming up on Sunday. I'll have some picks for that coming up here in just a little bit. But let's go back to that duel. Take a look here. Obviously, one thing that stood out for me in that first race, Bubba Wallace and Tyler Reddick as well. I mean, those 23 motorsports cars looking good. We saw Reddick last year and, getting to the playoffs and the run that he had. They're going to be contenders all year long. And if they run the way that they did on Sunday, they certainly are going to challenge for the checker flag there. And in that second race, I mean, Austin Cindric, that too was there all day. I mean, he was riding up front. He was looking good. He thought he had he didn't think he had to win at first. And they go to the review. He gets the win over Eric Jones. Those Fords were looking well. Obviously, that second race was more of a strategy type race, whereas the first one, we saw the caution flags, a little bit more beating and banging. That second one got the fireworks at the end. So two different races. We'll see how that strategy plays into Sunday coming up here. But all in all, it was really good. And Elio Castro Neves is in the field on that provisional. He got into an accident. I didn't see Wendy's social media having anything cheeky to say after he got into that accident. I think they'll shut up maybe the rest of this weekend. They're always torching people on social media. But Elio gets into the field on the provisional. He is not going to get any prize money or any points or anything like that. But I do kind of like this system that NASCAR has where, a legendary driver like that from another racing discipline has an opportunity to get into Daytona and race. And I get it. Racing is the ultimate, kind of meritocracy, kind of earn your way in. But I think it's cool kind of for a one-off thing to see. Can someone like that get in? Hopefully next year, who knows? I'd love to see a Fernando Alonso or Max Verstappen. Hell, give me Daniel Ricciardo. He loves NASCAR. Give me somebody like that. He's not obviously of that same level of stature, but he certainly is a personality and the guy that loves stock car racing and pretty much any kind of racing. But he's in the field. A great story to see at the end of that second duel. Corey LaJoie managed to race his way in. The guy who, doesn't have a full-time ride this year, kind of put all their eggs in this basket essentially for Daytona, and they raced their way in and they got in. You love to see that. A guy that bet on himself, and now he's going to be in the field on Sunday. So should be interesting. All right, well, speaking of Sunday, let's go ahead. Let's not beat around the bush. These are quick hitter podcasts, these things. So let's go ahead and get into it with our Big O picks for the week. Big O's picks brought to you by absolutely no one. If you would like to sponsor this or anything on this podcast, send an email to our main podcast email, info@letsnotdothispodcast.com. We can talk a little business with you and see what we can do to help you, help us, help you. All right, let's dive into Daytona. We got a couple favorites coming up this week. Kyle Busch right now, odds right now on BetMGM at plus 1,200. Obviously, rough year for him last year. Kyle Busch, not getting a win in that first year at Rich Childress Racing, but he's the favorite right now, betting wise, plus 1,200 right now on BetMGM. Ryan Blaney plus 1,300 right now on FanDuel. Joey Logano plus 1,300 on FanDuel as well. And I'm a Virginia guy from Virginia. Chesterfield's own Denny Hamlin plus 1,500 right now on BetMGM. But let's get into some of my thoughts and predictions for the race here. I'm going to give you a couple of guys that I'm going to be sprinkling a little change on Sunday. Coming up, Chase Elliott right now plus 1,800 on BetMGM. Obviously had some issues with the car early on in the first duel. They'll get that sorted out though. But Chase, 2020 Series champion. He had 5 wins in 23. Only 1 win since then. That was last year at Texas. So obviously not the form that he expects from himself and that people expect from Chase. Obviously that, leg injury and everything played a role into that. Missing a lot of time over that time. But he did win the Cookout Clash there at Bowman Gray. He's plus 1,200 right now. Plus 1,800 right now on BetMGM. So that's definitely going to be on my card. Also, one of the guys on my card, his teammate William Byron, right now coming in at plus 1,800 on BetMGM. He's 2024 winner of the 500. He had 3 wins last year, finished in 3rd place in the playoffs. Those Hendrick cars always strong, especially on these super speedways. I think you're going to see. You're going to see Byron. You're going to see Chase Elliott up there. I know Kyle Larson got into an accident in the duel. Looks like he's going to be going to a provisional car. That's the thing about this current series of cars. It's not that big of a drop off between that and the backup car. I expect all those Hendrick cars will be up there. I know William Byron as well. Alex Bowman as well was involved in a incident. It looks like they'll probably be going to a backup car too. But those Hendrick cars should be up there and contending. And then Ryan Blaney right now plus 1,300. This guy, I really love the cut of his jib. I love the way that he drives. He had 2 second place finishes in the 500, 2017 and 2020. 3 wins last year, finished second in the playoffs last year. He's going to be a contender. He's going to be looking for that championship this year to see if the 12 team can finally get it through. But he's plus 1,300 right now on FanDuel. He certainly is going to be a dangerous guy on Sunday. And my long shot play of the week, and actually this is going to be my pick of the week, actually, and it's my long shot too. Bubba Wallace right now, plus 2,600 on FanDuel. That team is strong. We saw him finish 5th last year at Daytona after starting 24th. He finished 2nd there in 2018 and in 2022. He's looking to rebound. Obviously, no wins last year. His teammate Tyler Childress. I was listening to country earlier. Tyler Reddick. He was in the championship 4 last year. Those cars are strong at that 2311 Motorsports. And then he just won the duel earlier this evening, winning that first duel race. And I feel like we are seeing a different Bubba Wallace right now. He seems a little bit more calmed down. He seems a little bit more focused. Maybe it's the having a kid thing. Seems a little bit more at peace. And you give a guy a fast race car, and if he's driving at peace, that's a dangerous guy. And they got the equipment. He's got the team behind him. He's got the backing. I think this could be the year that he pulls it off. And plus 2,600 is a really sexy number to get him at right now. I would certainly sprinkle some money on that, especially if those lines start to change overnight after that performance in the first duel at Daytona there. So just to recap for me, I'm looking at Bubba Wallace. He is my long shot, but I'm actually going to go ahead and make him also my odds-on pick. But also we got Ryan Blaney at plus 1,300 on FanDuel, William Byron at plus 1,800 on BetMGM, and Chase Elliott also at plus 1,800 on BetMGM. And remember, Daytona 500 coming up on Sunday. That's going to be 2:30 p.m. on Fox, the Great American Race. We'll react to it live right here on this podcast. After it's over, we'll see who takes the checker flag home. So we'll catch you on Sunday. Until then, make sure to check out and like us on X, on Instagram. YouTube channel is still a work in progress, but we are up on Rumble right now on YouTube. You can still check us out at the Let's Not Do This podcast YouTube channel there as well. So, little quick hitter here, and we will see you on Sunday after the Daytona 500.